first map loss is going to be tough to take. Let's see if there's any way back for them. I think a good start would be really nice for niko, and they get to try and do it on the favored CT side.
We saw some nice AWPing from Try as well. Didn't get much chance to talk about him because it was such an overperformance from his AWPer on the other team that he would be somewhat overlooked in that one, but perhaps the same can be different on this one. But first comes the pistols though, as OG stream into that B bomb site. flameZ has been dropped. That's a big frag for DGT at the beginning, looking for a second one almost, but not quite. They will go down. A trio of niko players lost then, as Try and David remain 2v3 as the bomb is planted. OG have the elevation with niko. Awkward angles for Try, then he knows he'll be exposed eventually. How do they solve this puzzle, niko? Regardless, got some angles to play with as well. NEOFRAG will save his bacon, leaving Try to try and do what he can. And he can't. Not on this occasion. The pistol will go to OG. I've got to stop saying Try will try.
It's tough. It is tough. It's right there on the screen.
Yep, it is.
It's like I see it, I want to say it.
Big plays from Big. Try's going to try.
Exactly. Nice narrow from NEOFRAG. Could see him getting off to a good start. I think he is oftentimes going to be towards the front of the pack. Obviously, flameZ will fly in even faster. Haven't got much of an investment from niko. niko wanted eco frags, but look at these USPs stacked in connector. They've done way more than anticipated. Nice awareness from NEOFRAG, and the transfer should settle the round. Try's got a hard round to pull off here. AK recovered, but Regali runs at him. Good damage from niko, though, considering they invested literally basically nothing. I think they had one P250.
I love the confidence.
Crazy.
From Regali there. 2 versus 1. And the guy's just picked up a rifle on the other side. That is quite concerning. I think a lot of teams wouldn't go for that peek there, but decides to try and nip it in the bud. And again, the left eye peek there, like, he is a nasty fragger. The way he engaged some of those duels on Ancient, like the way he engaged them was very, very interesting indeed. Like, not every player on a server can do the kind of things that we're seeing from Regali with an AK, let alone an AWP. That's quite noticeable, and I am interested to see how that plays out as Fiku is doing similar, just a drive-by onto David. But again, we saw an explosive start on Ancient. We're seeing one on Mirage here as well. Minute 20, and it's a 2 versus 2 as Regali creeps through the A bomb site, spotted with the bomb. Not sure if niko is seen as well. Buda on the flank, and Regali's looking for more. He's not done with this one just yet. Again, he's got the shadow advantage if DGT rounds this corner. Does he wait for his teammate first, though? You can see the pre-fire there from Regali. He knows his angle so well. DGT trying to fall back as best he can. Regali knows he's made some space for himself, but where is the other player? Where does he try and plant the bomb here? Buda starting to creep forward. A smoke to create some space. Buda poking out, catches Regali, falls back, tries to disengage, doesn't want to get caught. Wants niko to be in the worst position possible, and he is. Smoke is still up. He'll secure the bomb plant. He knows roughly where the players were. Buda likely to still be in Palace. How long until niko starts to look for that second player? Drills Buda, but where is DGT? Hasn't made a sound yet. Continues to move niko and finishes the job with a massive headshot onto DGT on ticket. Wonderful stuff.
Impressive patience there from niko. You're not in a very comfortable position. Yes, you have your back to cover, but you could get snuck up on at any time. If the CT is repositioned, maybe over to connector or jungle, you're just out in the open. But niko says, no, I'm going to hold for this. I think Buda will come to me. That's exactly what happens. And then DGT, I mean, it's hard, but in the 1v1, normally pulling out the nade is a big risk. You see it doesn't pay off on this occasion. niko just swings him. And so OG off to an excellent start. They force niko down to a half buy. Looking really good here early for OG.
Some difficult situations for them. The players have been called upon early, OG, and they have delivered. Before the likes of flameZ gets active in this one, always dependable. You don't want to have to depend on any one player, regardless of the AWP. We'll look to see some work from him on the buy rounds. There may be some here as well. But it's the buy rounds that are key. You can see DGT focusing on that light through the smoke. He can't see the light. It means the T is in the smoke, breaking his vision of said light. Tag with the scout. Perhaps niko can capitalize on that later on. flameZ dancing, snapping Max. He's come into this one sharp. But he's been tagged as well. Look at that flick from Regali. That felt awkward, but he did deliver. Spots one moving in the market as well. One shot, one kill for Regali. These rounds still feel threatening. Another one OG have dealt with well, though.
Up to a 4-0 lead. And it was actually very relevant and important that OG won that round comfortably because they did not have much money in the bank. So that was their opportunity to build up a buffer, build up some extra bank balance. And you can see they've done exactly that. They have a little bit in behind now. So don't have to just constantly rely on winning every round. Even if they lose, they should get a gun round out. For niko, though, they've really got to get going here. After such a devastating loss on the previous map, it's important they don't just fall too far behind. That damage is big. The nades will absolutely finish the job. But the B site is about to be pounced upon.
Buda coming back. They're lining up for him. A pursuit here might be problematic for them, but the silence... Oh, the USP from Buda! Who cares about the rifle? NEOFRAG and Fiku are dropped. They have run into a brick wall. That brick wall bites as well. Buda falling back into the flames there. And Regali's in the clutch now. 1 versus 5. Can we see an ace where he wins the round? Don't think we will on this occasion. He is surrounded early by niko, and they'll find their way onto the scoreboard. 1-4.
Ah, that was saucy with the USP. Not meant to get away with that. He dodged the flash initially. See, he sees those tracers, but the second player was swinging onto short. I think just assuming that Buda would not be able to win that fight. And Buda, once he wins it, gets double dinks. So impressive. And it just feels like Buda always finds a way to get these crazy rounds. Big impact for niko, and that could be the start of something for them. No AWP now for OG. And OG going for one of these A executes we were talking about earlier.
Delivering under high pressure like that, Buda. Unbelievable stuff. Now Try will do the same on the other side of the map. But OG, Mirage and these AK-47s, they are so dangerous. It's a great pick from Try. DGT moved into a better angle, but flameZ, look at him move. He might have seen an elbow or something of DGT. So many mad fraggers on OG. Fiku's been important. We've barely mentioned him, it feels like, versus the likes of flameZ and Regali, but he's had so many entries as well. Great timing from flameZ. He makes it so expensive, and the hunt is on for Try.
You see on that final fight, almost just getting the info initially. It makes it so much easier to slide out and have that pre-aim on point. Try should be okay here by the looks of things. But the scoreline is not okay for niko right now. They're 5-1 down. And yeah, this was all flameZ. He got the initial entry as well. You see, just getting that Palace player out of there. And it was despite Try's best efforts. He did a really solid job at trying to keep it close. But his teammates don't arrive in time. And it feels like the firepower from OG is just a little too much for niko to handle right now. Still a buy for the CTs though, so let's see if they can compete in this one. Oh, it's another spawn call from OG. Looks like the B site might be hit this time.
And there is no one there.
On the site, yeah.
Can they obscure the angles from short, though, if they commit to this? flameZ don't even have the angles now. Buda starting to move back. He will be traded by NEOFRAG. He's so important for the squad. So as the first kill for OG, that's pretty important. Now, how much do flameZ throw into this one? These choke points have been dealt with. Still a risk. Look at the molly on the other side there. Not much for the CTs to do. Now, they'll fish for one kill. If they don't get it, if like David goes down or something, surely they call it on this round. They can't afford to lose all of their weapons. Still not finding anything, but still waiting for the smokes to go, for the junk to go. Great angle from Try, and that might be the go command now. They've got a man advantage. They've lost David, though. They're getting close enough to lose everything, but OG are in the red. NEOFRAG goes down. Regali and Fiku remain. The bomb is ticking. Try has a kit, and they're all gone. They're all dead. The retake has worked. flameZ will find a second round.
Yeah, pretty impressive retake there from flameZ. I didn't think they were going to be able to get back in. But niko up in the apartments, peeking early, I think maybe was a little mistake. Because he was the one player not kind of stuck towards those sight angles. And it made it much easier for flameZ. They had short, they had kitchen, so didn't have as many positions to worry about. They're able to deal with the players on the site much more confidently. But flameZ will take it. Just that early pick gets them in on the retake. And OG's money, I was going to say, it should be out here. They are indeed low on cash. NEOFRAG gets an AK, a couple of Deegs in play. And Mirage, definitely a map where these Deegs and just a hero AK can open things up. So we'll see if OG can manage that here. flameZ sent in first as the sacrificial lamb, but he hits the Deeg headshot anyway.
God.
Disgusting.
That is so absurdly fast from flameZ. Nasty work. Nasty, nasty work. A brief highlight, though, in a painful round for the time being. But Fiku has opened up Try. So now you have to wonder. NEOFRAG's got an AK. Never mind, he's dead. Fiku versus 3. There's no AWP here. They've got to be careful. Crosshair placement is good. But he won't get any more rewards in this round. flameZ perhaps starting to get some momentum early then. Still early in this second game rather. First half. If you bear in mind, they could get 10 rounds out of this. There's plenty of work to be done.
Plenty of play left on this map. NEOFRAG took the hero AK previously, so stuck with a Deeg on this one. Try top of the server right now. Look at that from niko, though. They are so quick up mid. niko's trying to punish even further. I think he might pump the brakes slightly. Oh, I thought Try would have spotted that there. Okay, this is awkward, but niko fishes him out in the smoke. What a brutal round from flameZ. They just got nothing here.
Yeah, but I think it's in part their own fault for doing the same strat round after round in mid. The smoke on the underpass. I think at least maybe in prior rounds, OG had heard the smoke go off. And in the last round, they saw it in the underpass. They may have seen it earlier on as well. But that was a straight counter. They were expecting flameZ to be in that same position and just ran down mid and peeked him immediately. They responded to... And that's why you've got to be unpredictable. You can't just run the same thing on your CT side because you'll be punished. And there's an example of it.
Yeah, definitely a good point. flameZ were just going for that in almost every round. And credit to OG. They just say, you know what, we can run at this. I'm still surprised. I thought Try was going to spot niko because it looked like niko blocked the light, but maybe just with the AWP, it's hard to hit the shot in the smoke. Don't feel comfortable doing so. And DGT at least gets away with the rifle. That will help the CT economy somewhat. But the pace from OG is working really well right now. Seems like these fast rounds are getting them a lot of openers.
Fast up shorts as well for that kill towards Ticket. That was a tight angle. Yeah, they read the habits. Got to avoid having habits on the CT side. David drops early then, and this time they'll stream into the A bomb side. We've got 4 players here. Regali posting up towards jungle from that palace position as Try goes shotgun mode, trying to deploy the incendiary. Of course, it goes straight into the smoke. Desperation for niko as they are getting riddled with bullets. 4v4. There's another smoking connector. That's going to be an issue for them. Forced to reposition now. There's still a fair amount of junk to be thrown by OG as well. flameZ detects assailants in the area. Great counters then by OG. Again, we saw the smoke in the underpass. Refusing to be conditioned, perhaps. Oh my God, flameZ! He's gliding like he's covered in soap.
You see the coach? Rugger came in and gave him a look like, oh, you sure? Excuse me? Oh, man. That was great.
Just slid out of the window. Like he's drowned in baby oil or something. That was way too smooth.
Oh, that was the clean entry as well. Yeah, man. Slithery.
Man's got a chest like Randy Orton just sliding out there. That was a dirty frag. That's the dirtiest frag I've seen today. Dirt McGirt, that was nasty. I'm offended it was that bad.
I don't blame you. I also had to be flameZ. Getting that entry out through onto the A site. I swear flameZ is one of the best players in the world at just entering the A site on Mirage. I remember that one round where he just literally didn't stop running and still somehow hit a headshot. But yeah, OG loved to call for that play, and you can see why when you've got flameZ on the team. Well then, timeout was taken by niko. See if their adjustment can pay off. I think with a lot of these fast plays, if Try can get the right read with that AWP, it could be a really good way of trying to counter some of these fast aggressions. It's Buda right now, jump peeking those smoke in hand. The life of the B anchor on Mirage.
He has detected some problems. Not dumping his grenades though. See what he chooses to do now. flameZ tries to make his way in. DGT is dancing, he's jiggling. And he is becoming a problem as niko have a solid hold on that B bomb side. Bomb's been lost now, and heads are being lost for OG as well. I don't even know how many bullets they fired on that B bomb side, and Fiku now finds himself with so much to do, but he is put out of his misery quickly by a Try. 4-play survive for niko in that round.
I feel like you can just see on the scoreboard where niko have had their success and their struggles, because DGT on B short, Buda on the B site anchor, they've both been having pretty solid games for themselves. This B site hold has generally been good. Try's also having a decent game, but Max and David, both normally towards mid and A, have been struggling so far. Here's a fast mid play from OG again. They've left the bomb behind, but they're not going to slow down. Try misses the first, but he hits the second.
Nice flick on that second one. DGT popped on short, which compromises Buda, but it is Buda. He's always got a good angle. So dependable. You can see why they put him on that B bomb site. If he's going to be isolated. If one player is going to be isolated for niko, you want it to be Buda. Because it's still going to be really hard to put him down.
Oh. Oh. Make sure it's the body. Smart from Try. No scope won't work. Oh, just a quick reload.
Just standing there reloading. Does not care.
I love it. All right, Regali. AK clutch this time. Few players low. There's the jump. Second time's the charm. Hoping for a different angle from jungle. There's a chance this works, but I think Try is holding with the AWP. And that will be very hard to best. Oh. Try's having a game. 14 frags. Maybe it's his turn to take over with the AWP.
niko started bad on the previous map and came back in the second half. I feel like maybe they can come back in the first here, especially with what they've done to OG's economy. How many rounds can they squeeze out of this? Can they finish on 8? Should certainly be the target in the current situation. And we have no Desert Eagles, which will be a relief once they realize that it's only Glocks. Perhaps it's about planting the bomb here for OG. At a minimum, it is. Kills would be impressive. They may need to get 1 kill if they want to plant this bomb. Streaming in with the numbers now as they bounce around the site. There was never much chance.
Yeah, hoping for hero flashes there, which weren't good enough. Try is in a position where he will never get blind. And Buda did a nice job at just falling back to cover and got a couple of quick kills of his own. "17 kills now for Try. Really dominating the server. And just great to see niko hanging on in there in this series, because I was concerned once they got off to that slow start that this map could get away from them too quickly. They've done a really solid job here at bringing this back. And I think with all of the fast, aggressive rounds we've seen from OG, it has been really important that Try has been stepping up with the AWP. That's the way to try and deal with those in-your-face plays. You can just hold with the AWP. You can much more easily get a kill and fall off an angle. Solid stuff from niko, bringing it back to within 1 round. The buy is now here for OG. flameZ going to pressure B because it is clear right now. Oh, and if they kill Buda, they might know he's normally the B anchor. niko got to get back here. It's just so much pressure on this B site. And they're still not budging.
Bomb spotted top mid. 1v1 lost. NEOFRAG coming through to save the day. What do they do then? Second last round. niko with 3 plays remaining. Still tries just looking around the window of the market into B. While OG trying to identify, trying to understand the climate elsewhere. That lurk from flameZ has finally been dealt with, and Try will still hold his position. DGT stop spawn, sees them moving in as well, but David will drop that bomb once more. niko are retaking control of this round. OG couldn't catch them off guard, rotating. Fiku in a clutch now, traded by DGT. niko fight back, and you couldn't have thought they'd win that one after the entry from flameZ, but here we are.
Yeah, what a turnaround. I'm impressed that they didn't stress out or overreact to losing control towards that B site. They made sure they still had players in place all across the map. And for OG, it's got to be frustrating that you can't convert a round like that. They maybe thought they were putting so much pressure on B that they were going to draw more of a response away, but here we go, last round of the half. OG look like they are ready to commit into this A site. David committed to the site with Max here to help him.
Well, this is going to be one interesting round. Fiku with another entry. And Max has got so much to do. He's found 3 kills so far. Maybe he's done his job. Try now versus Regali dancing. Trying to find each other. Regali, can he reach that AWP? That might be interesting. The deagle could be enough though. 1v2. Trying to isolate the fights if he can, but he won't be able to do it. And at halftime, after all of that, it's niko who lead 8-7.
think that I'm running in place? Y'all really testing my patience. Right before I blow up the spot, I had to get back to the basics. What if my talent is wasted? It's sick, but I'm lacking the placement. Thought since I rap in the basement, but my come up is legend, is greatness. I don't care now, it's pedal to the metal. I can never quit now, I will never settle. Puppet to the game, I'm pulling strings like Geppetto. We in the same game, but I'm on a different level. I passed it. Gotta keep grinding till I'm laid up in the casket. No fake round, but you feeling too plastic. Yeah, y'all feeling too plastic. They say my style crazy, but then it's straight jacket. Wow.
Why you still testing my patience? Trying to turn me into something I ain't trying to be. All the hate is a heavy rotation. You gon' lose yourself, quit testing me. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Wesley, test me.
Yeah, guess I know no better. I ain't got no chill, so they call me a devil. I know. Look, I am just a man on a mission. If I want it, then I get it, I go. And if you're trying to test me a beast, you gon' need Liam Neeson. The chance that you're taking is flagrant. You're testing your luck. If you think you'll make it out, then you're sadly mistaken. Careful what you putting your stake in, cause I ain't got no patience and no limitations. You trying to figure me out, and I know I don't make sense, but no one's there when you call like you're trapped in the Matrix. You need to take a break from it. I think you should take 6. Cause yes, I hold a throne and no one else can replace this. The pain will only go deeper the harder you chase it. I'm the greatest that you ever made. It's time that you face it. So tell me,
why you still testing my patience? Trying to turn me into something I ain't trying to be. All the hate is a heavy rotation. You gon' lose yourself, quit testing me. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me.
It's hammer time. Second half is upon us here on Mirage. It's been a struggle for niko, but again, they overcome. They take the lead now at the end of the first half. Pistol time again. Try will be the man with the P250. Raidable. Try. Been dropped to P250 with his Kevlar. See if he can land any headshots at these extended ranges. Who goes in first then? 3 players in the palace. Grenades being deployed. A smoke on the stairs. Trickling into the bomb site. He's got Regali in the back. And the full rotation from OG. Flames posted up on shorts. In the meantime, NEOFRAG is charging in CT, but so's DGT, evening the numbers. 3v3 for now. There's a kit in the hands of niko. If he can make it close enough, Flames still fishing from short, compromising the positions, but it's OG being compromised in this pistol round. Flames in a 1 versus 3 now. You can see the kit beyond triple. And they're disengaging somewhat until they decide to strike. Max jiggling. Flames with 2 more to find. Is 1v1 now. And DGT simply needs to hide. There's the kit, but he's got to find this frag. Trying to bait DGT, hunting around the corner, getting there eventually. But I think he might be too late to defuse this bomb.
Oh, that's so frustrating. And he doesn't even get away with the kit, with the Kevlar. Flames did an incredible job at finding a way to isolate fights there, because it looked like niko were playing together pretty effectively. But niko doing a really impressive job at getting to that point. DGT there fighting into CT. Then they just sit back and wait for the CT commitment in through spawn. And you see, spots the jiggle. Just about able to get this second kill, but the final player decides to hide. He just didn't know exactly where that kit was. Cost him an extra few seconds, which is tough. But for OG, they do decide to force straight back. They took everything away from niko. And look at the aggression from Flames. It might work okay. The FAMAS good for 1. And there's still a second player on this bomb site.
DQ with the 5-7. 9Z not sending it though. FAMAS disposal service. In the bin like shredder.
Don't just chuck your rubbish out the window, folks. It's not nice.
Potential split of the B-bomb site maybe. Max is in connector though. NEOFRAG and niko playing towards the ramp. You can see Regali in the window with the scout. Does he have the range for a one shot here? Fiku. He will drop the bomb. Fiku! He may have done enough here. Buda's been tagged. And that scout is lurking. That's a giant problem. 25 seconds on the clock and the CTs are moving forward. They're being surrounded now. Max wondering what's happening on short. Oh, this is rough. 15 seconds to plant this bomb. The scout's still alive now. They can't find these kills. Where do they go for the bomb plant? It's going to be default. Bang, bang. There's a deagle. And there's the round for OG. They forced it up and they won.
Fiku just getting a big bit of impact from that short position. And they're unable to really deal with the rest of the CTs on the site. Just so many OG players waiting. I'm surprised he got that first kill. I thought Trey had it, but extended fight still goes his way. The rest of OG in positions. No bomb plant for 9Z. And that could be a nice turning point early for OG here. You can see on 9Z that buy is subpar. They've got Deegs at least. OG coming in with some early mid-aggression. Good area of the map to have control of. niko don't have that much utility either. So actually flashing this angle, I mean, you can do it, but you've only got 2 flashes. So it looks like OG are just going to keep that mid control. Smoke into window. flameZ. It's the headshot. That's the bomb dropped. Oh, nice from niko. Hey. Ooh. Ooh, Max. Gonna see what he can do. Dropping down, but nothing doing. 9-9. OG bringing it back to an even scoreline. Looks like 9Z are gonna have to go for the full save. And man, that is a tough start to the second half for 9Z. It looked so good for them, but OG bounced straight back. It looks like flameZ is having one of his fantastic games. Smoke will go into mid, but there really is not much else for 9Z to work with. I think if anything, they're trying to fake this mid play and get a bomb plant on the A site with their Glocks. I mean, listen, you got to do something wild. Got to try and do something a little different. Actually walked out mid with Glocks. This is further than I thought they were going to get. Should be spotted soon. I mean, they can't overlook this connector play, OG, can they? They must be ready. Because they're sneaking all the way into jungle. What? NEOFRAG has no idea. Oh, but he's able to turn it round. You wish you didn't have the Glocks there, because they actually caught NEOFRAG off guard, but nothing they can do. OG take the lead. They get up to 10.
Very nice. OG in control for the time being. 17 frags for flameZ. This man loves himself some Mirage. Try's got 19 though. You know, everyone's turned up for this one. Although David is, he had a rough time in the first half. We'll see if his numbers will change as we go deeper into the second. He'll be creeping towards Regali, and niko's posted up here as well. That's a nice angle for David, but Regali will trade and escape. Very difficult to deal with that. 10 HP, David. Took some big damage as well. A lot of time for niko to work. They don't have their weapons up for Fiku, though. That's a big spot from him. That's a plan C for niko. A jiggle from Fiku. Doesn't lose too much. He's playing for information. He just wants to waste their time.
"55 seconds, so niko still have a fair bit to work with. But it looks like they're pretty set right now on this Palace play with 3 players. That's kind of wild. You can't use your utility that well out through Palace. Fiku's just been flashed into ramp.
That might tell them that they're walking into a crossfire, niko. flameZ moving away. Fiku's repositioned though. They might look for him on the ramp. David's creeping forward. He's low health. 25 HP for him. Sorry, 25 seconds left on the clock. Fiku pre-firing. He knows he's got to do more, and he lands one on DGT. That's an overperformance from him. Fiku is so good on Mirage. All Max can do really is stare at the walls. That paint is long dried.
Yeah, you see the value of getting that ramp info. I think it just made Fiku that little bit more confident that he was just dealing with the Palace play. niko taking a big risk in going contact out through Palace. It's one that can work if they're not watching that. Or if there's only one player on A, there's definitely a chance that you can just get a quick kill, but Fiku's in a good enough position where he's able to survive for a good amount of time. That means flameZ can come in and mop up the final kill needed. And now an awkward one for niko. You've got 1 AK, but again, the utility is very poor for them. There's a couple of smokes on mid. But got to rely on individuals in this round for niko. And this one is starting to slip away from them here in this second half.
Max with the AKs poking towards mid, but there's no one here to challenge him. Minute 15 for niko. As they fish for an opportunity. 2 Desert Eagles, an AK and a Scout. The main prongs of the fork. Oh, there's something. Down goes Neo. Minute 15 for niko. As they fish for an opportunity. 2 Desert Eagles, an AK and a Scout. The main prongs of the fork. Oh, there's something. Down goes NEOFRAG. niko disengaging in mid for the most part, but David is still lurking. Might be a rifle for him later on. Smoke grenade shenanigans as niko focus on the A bomb side. They may have an opportunity here, although somebody called Regali is waiting for them down to 13 HP. I'm not sure if he escapes this position. They can't focus on him too much, though. They've got to get that bomb planted, a team kill, but flameZ and Fiku might make up for it as niko is dropped. Then again, maybe not. Both low health now, Regali and Fiku, with David still creeping, heading towards his connector position, finding the angle for Fiku. Bomb being planted. What does Regali do with this AWP? Big risk to pursue this round. This was a nothing round for niko almost. The hero AK. Some pots and pans to fight with. But here they are. Not to be counted out in any round.
Yeah, this has got the makings of another close map here. If you've just joined us, we went to overtime in the first. OG were able to steal away niko's pick. Now niko putting up just as good of a fight on OG's choice of Mirage. Surprised they were able to win those fights in this round. I mean, they got the initial entry. But credit to them, doing exactly what they needed to. And it does get just a little awkward for OG. I should still be fine in this round. Don't want to lose too many more like that, especially as this game tightens up. Heading towards the final stretch of Mirage, at least in regulation. Ooh, ramp aggression from OG. Wanting to stay active on the map. I don't think they'll go much further though, just getting the AWP established on the angle. And having that bait and switch set up. Oh, they do flash further into ramp.
And NEOFRAG seems hungry. I think DGT may have been around the corner. He hasn't fired a bullet yet, so... Seems that OG saw nothing. They're still holding position, though. If there's a lurker somewhere around, then they know they could have been heard. Perhaps niko will read that they will fall back, but they're still here. NEOFRAG creeping forward again as Max is lining up grenades. Somehow Max turns around, still with his rifle out, and gets the kill. I can't believe it, but here we are. Regardie now needs to deliver, but he won't. Nowhere for him to go. What does the remainder of OG do here? This round should be over already. flameZ trying to make something happen, but falling back from the smoke. If he can make his way towards CT, OG seem like they're not done with this one just yet. And now Buda's in the B bomb site looking to make things even worse for them.
Ooh, but niko deals with him. So at least able to get away with a couple of players. flameZ isn't so sure, but I think he should be okay based on where niko are going. But another round that niko are able to come out on top in. This time just Max getting the double kill is all they need. And these saved guns are going to be important for OG. The money's still going to be awkward though. At least Regardie had a bit of extra cash. But this CT side, not as good as I was expecting from OG so far. See, Max just able to deal with the A setup that I thought was going to be so solid. But they go for further aggression. Doesn't work out for them. The AWP gets caught. And it's all just a little too easy for niko. They pull the thread and everything unravels in that round. So OG have to take a timeout for this one. First timeout taken. With good reason. This streak of rounds has not been good for them.
I love how niko just refused to disappear in this series. Whereas OG have felt strong, niko always find a way to fight back and keep the score close, just clawing back constantly. This is surely worrisome for OG. This is their home map. But the score does not reflect that. Their money is in a very dicey situation now. 1 for 1 won't be good enough there. But maybe flameZ's position can make up for it. He's made his way through B apps and sees nothing. So the remainder of the squad can position and expect towards A. That's a big frag as well. Considering NEOFRAG's only got a USP, that certainly helps, but flameZ will be dropped eventually. That's the flank dealt with now. But look at this rotation, heading towards the bomb. Buda's alone in B apartments. He'll be heard running. Do they realize that David is elsewhere? Regardie going first. He'll be the point man with the USP. David flanking the flank. This is crazy. We still got NEOFRAG in Palace. He might end up with a timing, depending on which way he goes. Oh, David's going to find the rifle. Maybe not the USP. That's a great distraction as well as David comes in from the back and Regardie jumps in with the USP, trying to do his best. The USP versus an AK. Desperate. So awkward for OG. NEOFRAG from the back has the kit, knows where both players are, but how likely is it? Not likely at all.
Yeah, that got so uncomfortable. But the fact that David goes for that flank through underpass is what saves them. Don't know if he'll expect NEOFRAG here, though. 1-3B on the exits. The nade. Not going to do enough. Buda will get back to safety. But AK saved by NEOFRAG. niko, though, still able to string these rounds together. What can OG pull out here? Surprised at how quiet their individuals have gone. I think flameZ has continued, but I'd like to see a little more from Regali on that AWP. He's had his opportunities, hasn't been able to take them. niko going for a default again. It's been working for them. Regali this time switching things up with his AWP up towards the B apartments. Took that wider angle initially, but decides to tuck back. I don't think he'll be given a fight here. Both teams very static right now. I think niko are just starting to put their pieces in place. A couple of smokes up. It's going to allow them to take the mid control they're looking for. And a potential split towards this A site, which is heavily reinforced right now.
Minimal info for OG. Going to be so hard to continually focus. That'll certainly help, though. The bomb through the smoke. David on the other side will be traded as he tries to open up the jungle position. But does flameZ understand that there'll be another player there? Buda has been dispatched of Try in Palace, reveals his position. That's half the remaining squad. Drops flameZ, though. Now DGT will be in ramp of 20 seconds. Bomb connector. That will be a checkmate for this round. As the score will stay close. Both these teams starting to run low on money. OG are already low. This will be costly for niko. It seems this one will really go down to the wire. High pressure rounds will be coming for both teams. An explosive game of Mirage from start to finish. Well, start to where we are now. I doubt the finish will be any different.
Looking like it. This was just a good adjustment from OG. Getting that AWP boosted up into the B apartments means they're confident stacking 3 rifles towards A. And so flameZ is able to trade his teammate, dropping the bomb towards connector. OG know what's coming once they see that bomb. And it really helps them make sure they have the hold on lockdown. Now they're going to fight for mid early or maybe through underpass. NEOFRAG's going for that aggression. And Buda might not be ready for him to be so far up here. NEOFRAG committed to this fight now. Buda tries to hold, but NEOFRAG wins it. And that's the B side of the map locked out for niko now.
Connector control at 1:10. What is the response here from OG? They're 5 against 4. How much risk do they think they need in the current scenario? Hot flash into ladder, and niko will be threatening a split of the B bomb site. Fiki will be pulled in that direction as flameZ wonders about connector, but he's just walking in and clearing con. Does that send a third player over towards B? niko's clearing ramp at the same time. Does he start running? They've got a lot of information here, OG, but they still need more defenses towards B. We're going to have a 4v2 situation unless flameZ can get involved as well. That smoke will isolate the fights as NEOFRAG looks to deal with short. Fiku will finish off the job there. Now he's got to stay alive and buy time for the rotation. niko have to clear the site in 20 seconds and get a bomb plant. And now it's down to Try. 1 versus 4, made 3, made 2. But here is the trade from Regali. No bomb plant will brutalize their economy as OG take the lead.
Couple of quick shots from Try, but it's just a mountain he's trying to climb at that point, and he can't find a way in. That B site hold, good enough. I love that swing from NEOFRAG. He hears Max trying to just run through that smoke, And he says, I'm not going to allow this. I'm just going to get the kill. I'm just going to swing and make sure they don't get out the apartments that quickly. And it looks like OG have found their adjustments right here. Taking a little more initiative early in rounds, getting into advantageous positions. And once they get that info, they're using it to their advantage. You can see what it means for niko in this round. Just a Tech-9 and a Deeg. Doubt we're going to see much success in this one.
This is kind of around OG really
Nice.
can't be tanking damage in. So far, so good. 2 Glocks and a Desert Eagle. All eyes on Buda then.
All right, flameZ. Just get the ace at this point. Why not?
Great time to have a round like this. More kind of gives them a full buy in the hole with a bit more loss bonus should they lose a round. Not quite comfort for them. And there's certainly no comfort for niko now. Back and forth affair on Mirage. niko threatening to win this game all the way through, really. There was a late resurgence on Ancient. The same is not true here. It's been close for most of it. Quick word from the coach. They will double up and refocus.
Really nice to have flameZ performing so well on this map. Not just for his T-side impact, but for his important position he plays here on CT, around that connector area. 27 kills, 106 ADR, big numbers. Regali able to take more of a backseat after a brilliant first map. They'd still like him to step up here. Again, some aggression from OG, underpass, and a B apartments boost. Maybe just trying to take over this B area of the map completely again. Great info again from OG, and maybe even a flank for niko. They're going to rotate players back. This is really looking good for OG here on the rotation.
So early as well. Regali will be heard falling back to jungle. He might get punished here. Again, through the smoke. This time, 2 of them, but they got the info for free. A great angle from David. flameZ will trade. niko racing towards T-spawn now. Will he be heard by Buda? It's still relatively early. They're going to be focused on that bomb site. I'd be shocked if Buda does a 180 here. DGT looking towards Sandwich. There is Buda. Trigger discipline from niko. Looking for multiple. Only sees him, though. Swinging towards Palace. They're falling one by one. Down they go, but they're still in the fight here. The bomb is still in their hands, and Try might realize with that flank that the B bomb site has to be where things go here. DGT showing presence, being dropped, though. Now Try has to try and clutch this. He must. Otherwise, it's match point for OG. He's got to take the fight to them one way or another. Regali on the way. Will they be ready for these angles, though? flameZ is already posted up. They have an inkling of what he might be up to here. There is a flash for Regali. Who's going to swing first? He's found 2 of them, but he pulls the knife out. Not expecting flameZ to be coming from the same direction. It was trying to race, maybe to pick up the AWP. But they all came from the same spot, and flameZ takes them to match point.
Yeah, just got a little too excited. Try there. I wonder if he thought that he was best off quickly repositioning because that bomb was planted for short. It almost looked like he was thinking of going for that big flank around quickly. But it is the info play again from OG that gets them into such a good position. You saw niko read it pretty well. At least Try realized once he saw that flank that B was going to be clear, but it was too little too late. It's OG with map and series point. And niko facing elimination unless they can pull these 3 rounds back.
This has been a slog versus the team that beat Fnatic, niko. But OG are heading towards a 2-0 victory. 4 plays still standing for niko, however. Waiting for a peek as Try holding the angle as his teammates move forward. But Regali, sorry, NEOFRAG with the AWP is going to find 2 on this occasion. Gali with the M4A4 instead, but it's flameZ to pick up the final 2 frags. OG survived the test of the team that beat Fnatic. They won't keep OG. They'll move on.